Welcome back, we've got something actually new, completely new, never before seen on the Warhammer community site. Would you believe it? They're doing some little cheeky previews, some little teases, just a little bit of build-up of hype for the old Emperor's Children, the upcoming Emperor's Children release, which obviously is God knows how long away, like it's not anytime soon, but they are showing us some stuff in advance, much like they did with the Sisters of Battle, like they did with the... Oh no, I've immediately forgotten the Cities of Sigmar guys. Well, it's just the Cities of Sigmar stuff, isn't it? What am I talking about? Anyway, they're showing us some stuff. We have the Ecstatic Epistle. Very nice title, like that a lot. And funnily enough, a lot of this is, in the nicest possible way, it's just general waffle. It's just general waffle. There's not really any information in here. It's just some words to go along with a picture of 3 shoulder pads. So, what we have is the following. Something powerful is fermenting deep within the Empyrean, sending undulating waves throughout real space. We always catch wind of such momentous events, which is how I managed to sneak peek at Phoenix Lord Fuggin, which I know it's not his name, but someone suggested that, and now I'm sticking with it, emerging from the webway after such a long absence. This one has befuddled us, overwhelming us with intoxicating sensations of delight, and despite stern warnings from the Warhammer community encouraged us to keep these images locked away, we are compelled to share them. Now, I don't think that these were leaked, but I think this is just them being like, oh, we shouldn't have shown you this, but we're going to do it anyway. Fine. Fragments of some magnificent panoply, gilded with fine metals, complemented by dazzling accessories, such grace, such poise. You want more? Like, what a tone shift. Stick with us on Warhammer Community for your next hit. Now, I wouldn't really ordinarily go through a whole article like that and just read the whole thing out. Normally we sort of cherry pick a bit. But I have to respect getting 3 paragraphs out of literally nothing. There's no information in there whatsoever. So, really, I'm just impressed as to how long that article was, when really the entire content is these. Which, obviously, Emperors of Children's shoulder pads. I will say, regardless of what company is making something, it feels like no matter what the company is, right? As soon as you are presented with a render of a single piece of armour, everything looks like a preview from a third-party manufacturer's website who's either selling 3D printed bits or STLs. The thing is, these will look a lot better in plastic than they do right now. Right now they have that thing of looking quite softly rendered, everything feels kind of dulled around the edges, but that just is one of those things. They tend to be a lot sharper in production. I mean, they look decent. I will say they do look decent. Obviously the symbol on them is a big giveaway, and you'd be able to guess what they were even without the sort of vague hints here and there, but I think this is a nice kind of... This, to me, looks like a nice mix of still being sort of chaosified, but not in a really overtly spiky way. We've got a bit of spikage going on, but it's not overwhelming. You've still got the kind of trim that you'd expect from Chaos Marines, but it's just a little bit different. Like, it's not the same as the Chaos Space Marines we have now. There is a little bit of variation there, where it still fits the theme overall, but it's not identical. It does have its own little bit of personality. I do like the way the symbol kind of comes up and over and kind of covers up the trim in some way. It looks like it might sort of blend with it. I'm assuming when it comes to the production of these that the symbol will kind of merge with the actual trim itself. That's probably easier to like mold or whatever. I'm super curious with the other one that looks like it's got fabric stretched over it. I'm assuming that that's going to be painted as like either black leather or maybe skin if they wanted to go a bit more extreme with it. But those kind of reinforcement studs all over it, but then the stuff stretched over the top, I do kind of like it. That is something though that definitely needs colour for context. Presented grey on grey, you could be forgiven for thinking it's like a metal plate over the shoulder pad, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually stretched fabric of some kind, or like stretched material, whether it's leather, whether it's cloth, skin, whatever. It definitely will benefit from having that kind of detail picked out in the correct colour for what the material is, because right now it looks kind of boring, but I don't think it will be boring when it's actually made, you know? I mean, we can see those kind of ring links going around the edges of it, which again, it also got like folds going across the bottom and the side there. There's like little bulges here and there. I do like it. I do like it. It's definitely one of those things though where I'm pretty sure there will be people who look at it and go, that doesn't actually look great, because in the context of just renders like this, sometimes the detail doesn't actually look that good. Overall, though, I mean, I think we can kind of get a feel as to what the rest of the armor is going to look like, right? I mean, if we look at what's actually on here, there's a mix of relatively plain trim, but with a bit of embellishment here and there. It looks like the actual icon, the symbol of the Emperor's Children, is also, like, not spared from that. You've got a sort of spiky edge to it on one of the shoulders. Also, it looks like it's a bit blunter at the top. That sigil on the bottom right, the inclusion of what looks like that kind of stretched material kind of means I think we're probably going to see the same thing on, like, maybe on the greaves, maybe someone's got something on the chest plate as well. I think that's going to be more than just shoulder pads, or at least I hope that it is. To be honest, I can't help but hope that we end up with a load of stuff that looks like this, but they may not fully go down that route. It is also busy as hell, and would be probably a nightmare to paint a full squad of them, to be honest. That being said, for a lot of us, I think you hear, like, Slaanesh, Chaos Space Marines, you hear Emperor's Children, and you kind of think back to this artwork, because it's pretty goddamn iconic. Either way, this is a good start, and judging by that last line at the bottom there, and the fact that they actually called it the Ecstatic Epistle, it does suggest we're going to get a bit more of this in the run-up to the full release, which I'm always happy to see these, like, works-in-progress stuff. I think it's a nice sort of peek behind the curtain, if you will. And yeah, I'd like to see them do this more, frankly. So there you go. Let me know what you think of those in the comments down below. Excited to see more? Do you think they look okay? A little bit disappointed? Do you want to just wait until the actual models are out? Or does seeing stuff like this, like, give you a little bit of, just a little bit of kind of excitement for what's to come? Let me know what you think. In the meantime, feel free to click all of the things. There's going to be a stream later on today, so hopefully I'll see you there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you for the next one.